The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. Using his legs, it's Cherry. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tolzien. And how about that catch? So dangerous, this guy.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. And defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand in the ball.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Bulldogs want to move quickly. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Cherry. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. We've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one thing you wanted to do.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Goes to the option. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When you kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 10 to Washington State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the ground, it's Cherry. Great move. Now he's got room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to it. And as he throws, with the catch, it's Cherry. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season. In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude.
Lays out and gives up his body and makes the grab on the right side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now second and 10 from the 24. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go back to the air on second down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
He'll get rid of it. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for them.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
This offense has a second down play. Here comes the option. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run Lindsey Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Line getting set on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He tries to take the top off. Fires and picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hot volleys up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And he got smacked just as he released a pass. It's incomplete. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. Looking for a huge play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first. Your first
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Smashes ahead. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the line.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Threw a pick last time, almost threw another one, but you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience. None.
Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hope. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Gators will snap it on first and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. They're bringing heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. You saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
The Gators are threatening in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Now on the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fast motion from the offense. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff. But putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Wake Forest. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Quick pass on the fly motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside big. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball raining out of bounds.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Cherry. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun. Pressure coming. He wants it all. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the option. Gets it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And he easily got the first. You know they've been running plays to set it up, and the QB knew exactly what he was going to get. Jesse, he took off through that hole, exploded, and got the big explosive play.
And now I think if you're on defense now, you're second-guessing some of your calls. Do we really want to blitz this guy and risk that happening again? Do we want to play man coverage and risk having defenders in the back end with their backs to the quarterback? This guy right now has our defense on skates, so we got to be really careful moving forward what we're dialing on.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. The option look. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Wants to pass it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They're trying to get to it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And it's right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give as they work on that clock. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to ride this running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. going with the ground game left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
At the 45 on his way. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. You know what's great about